As pretty much everyone knows by now, Devon LARRATT has been dropping weight since he lost to Ziraskashvili, and he just recently gave us an update as far as his weight goes, and he's recently hit 244 pounds, which is pretty much right at 110 kilos. Now after this, IRAKLI ZIRAKASHVILI ended up calling him out for a match at 105 kilograms, and I found this to be very surprising. I think that Devon versus IRAKLI would actually be a very bad style match for IRAKLI. IRAKLI has historically struggled against people who are good at taking the high ground and doing a posting top roll. We saw him lose to Dadyikan after David first tried to hook him and did not do very well, but once David switched to a posting style top roll, he was able to go up and over the top of IRAKLI, and this caused him significant problems. We also saw that IRAKLI lost the high ground to Brzenk, and he was able to eventually grind that match out and flop press John, but in terms of the initial battle of taking heights, even Brzenk was able to beat him in that lane. And I think that Devon LARRATT is clearly significantly above John or above Dadyikan in terms of taking the high ground. We've seen him take the high ground against Hermes Gasparini, and he even did this against Saganishvili, although he did end up losing the entire match. So perhaps the main question is, has Devon really lost all that much strength now that he's dropped a little bit of weight? And I have to guess that he probably has not lost all that much strength. Even when Devon pulled Levon, he probably could already cut to at least 110 kilos without much trouble, and 105 is not much more below that. So in other words, I think that the version of Devon that competed against Levon probably wouldn't be all that much difference from the Devon that would compete at 105 kilograms, and I just don't see IRAKLI being able to do anything in that match. I think it's just a bad matchup for him stylistically. Now the one thing IRAKLI does have in that match is he does have a flop press, and he demonstrated that this could be effective as he was able to defeat Brzenk even after losing high ground and losing wrist control. However, I don't think that the flop press is going to be strong enough to get through Devon LARRATT. IRAKLI's flop press was only barely strong enough to get through John, and I think that Devon's ability to stop a flop press is greater than that of Brzenk. So at the moment, even at 105 kilograms, I think that Devon LARRATT is probably just a little bit too much for IRAKLI, but I would still love to see this match. I think it would be super entertaining, and I like the idea of Devon dropping in weight and pulling some of the Georgian guys that are in the lower weight classes. But let me know who you guys think would take this one if this match does end up happening at 105 kilograms.